What's going on, boxing fans? And I'm back with another video. It looks like I gotta address this again. I was just on a couple of boxing sites and just reading forums and comments, and we're gonna go over what is ducking. We're gonna talk about what's ducking. We're just gonna talk about back. It's gonna make might as well be a part two to my it might as well be a part two to my video. Double standards. It's crazy. Basically, um, I don't get it. It's like I try to stay neutral. I have my opinions, but I try to stay neutral as possible. It's like I don't get this shit. It's like I don't get it. It's like people say, Floyd ducked. I've heard the saying that if a fighter wants a fight not to happen, he prices himself either two out, and that could be with money or with demands. And people say, "Oh, Floyd is demanding something, random blood testing, oh, that's pricing itself too high. He doesn't want the fight." But my thing is, why doesn't anybody look at it from both sides? You got two sides. You're trying to say Floyd pricing himself out because he doesn't want to fight, but nobody looks at if Pacquiao and his camp are so sure they can KO Floyd, which they're constantly repeating, then agree to it if you really want to make the fight. Everybody just overlooks that and just focuses on Floyd. It's just look at it both ways. That's how I look at it. I mean, like, Floyd does things that Pacquiao doesn't. They want to crucify him for it, but Pacquiao can do the same thing, and then it can be footage of him doing the same thing. It's like, oh, I hear all the time, oh, Floyd lost the Castillo fight. Okay, everybody gets gift decisions, but he also said that he had a torn rotator cuff in that fight. Oh, that can't be the case of why he lost. That's bullshit. He just lost. He's making it up. But then Pacquiao says, "Oh, well, they took blood from me in the Morales fight. That's why I lost. See, I knew it was the reason Pacquiao lost. I knew it was something. They took blood too quick. How come it couldn't be he just got his ass whooped? That can't be the case." See, you see people like Pacquiao's fans. I'm a fan of boxing. I'm not a fan of a certain fighter. I have a favorite fighter, but I'm not a fan of him. If he's doing bullshit, wrong is wrong. I don't give a shit if he's family or whatever. Wrong is wrong. But when Floyd says, "Oh, I had a torn rotator cuff," oh, you're lying. You just lost. But when Pacquiao says they took the blood from me, that's the reason why Pacquiao lost. I knew it was something. How come it, like I said, how come it couldn't be he just got his ass whooped? That's a double standard. Either they both lying or they're both right. But don't try to use one because you like him and agree to his excuse of what happened or the other. That's just bullshit. Another thing, people always look at it like, oh, Pacquiao fights the best fighters in the division. Okay, people say, how come Floyd fought Baldomir? How come he didn't fight Margarito, who was the number one welterweight at the time? Contender. How the fuck didn't Manny Pacquiao fight Shane Mosley? And he was the number one contender at the time. Oh, he didn't have to because Cotto beat Mosley. Okay, and Mosley beat fucking Margarito, who beat Cotto. Okay, he's the number one contender. Nobody's saying nothing about that. Oh, well, it's more money in fighting Cotto. So you agree with Pacquiao choosing to fight Cotto for more money? That's okay for him to do. But if Floyd says, "I fought Baldomir because he had belts, he was the undisputed welterweight, and it was more money," then he's ducking the best fighters. But it's okay for and Baldomir hadn't lost in 11 years, but it's okay for Pacquiao to do that. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on. If you're gonna say both, if Floyd's wrong, Pacquiao's wrong too. Both of them are guilty. That kills me with that shit. People always say, like going back to this pricing yourself out of it. I remember one of the best scenes I seen, and this movie is like so fictitious on so many levels, but nonetheless the story is good. The Rocky movies. What did Rocky say he'd fight Drago for? What did he say? He said he'd fight him for free. For free. He basically, the moral of the story, he did anything he could to make that fight happen. It didn't matter. Now we're gonna relate that to what's happening right now. Shane Mosley. He said he'd take a fucking 30-70 split with Pacquiao. He said he'd fight Pacquiao at 143. He said he's never got a title at that weight. You're talking about a 38-year-old man who's saying, "I will drop 5-10 pounds of muscles and fight you at 140, take 30% of the pie while you get 70, mind you." I just want the fight to happen. What else I got to do? Do I got to do a backwards flip? Do I got to go outside and juggle it on the freeway? Do I got to read a mind? Do I got to pick a number, any number? I just want the fight. What did Pacquiao's camp do? No, we're not fighting him. We're fighting Cotto. What the fuck? But everybody says that's okay. That's okay for him to do. Now that's the same. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. But Pacquiao gets all the round of applause and shit. I wish I had a sound effect to make the noise. But he gets all the round of applause for that shit. But Floyd, oh, he's ducking, whatever. Get the fuck out of here. You got a man who's jumping through any hoops to make your fight happen. But yet, you don't want it. You don't want to fight him. You know why you don't want to fight Shane Mosley? Because Shane Mosley is a tough motherfucker too. And he'll sit there and trade with Pacquiao. And he might get the best of Pacquiao. He probably will hurt Pacquiao. So why fight him? Well, no, we're going to fight a man like Cotto, who's pretty much a straightforward fighter. Easier fight. And more money. Who else does that? Floyd Mayweather. But when Floyd does it, oh, it's bad. It's funny how people give Cotto credit for beating Zab Judah, but they don't give Floyd credit. When you bring up one of Floyd's memorable wins, and you say Zab Judah, Zab's a bum. He's a bum. But if you're talking about Cotto and you say Cotto destroyed Zab, people be like, hell yeah, he beat the shit out of Zab. So is he a quality win for Floyd too, or just Cotto? But this is the same person, Zab Judah, same person. So he's quality win for Cotto, but he's not a quality win for Floyd. It's bullshit. Come on, man. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100. If it's right for one, it's right for one. If it ain't for, just keep it 100. You know, but it's just bullshit. That just kills me when people bring it up in boxing. I got a prediction. So, all your YouTubers out there, this is my prediction. I see if Floyd beats Shane Mosley and Pacquiao beats Clottey, which I believe they both will win their fights, I can guarantee a fighter who Pacquiao is going to fight. You want me to tell you who he will fight? Granted that something occurs. The mystery fighter that Pacquiao will fight will not be Floyd Mayweather. He's going to fight Margarito. I bet you. If Margarito can get reinstated, and if he fights or if he doesn't fight, by the time, after, Pacquiao's beat Clottey, that's who Bob Arum's going to push him to fight. And Pacquiao fans will say, see, he's fought 3 top welterweights. He's fought Cotto, he's fought Clottey, and he's fought Margarita. He's the true welterweight champ. He ducks no one. And nobody will sit and think that all of these fighters are managed by what guy? Don't worry, I'll wait. Bob Arum. So Bob Arum wins. It's a win-win. If Pacquiao loses, he wins because he's fighting his fighters. If Margarito loses, he wins because Pacquiao's his fighter. It's a win-win for Bob Arum. So of course. But like I said, I mean, I just hate that. I hate to hear that. It's like, don't excuse somebody else's bullshit, and pass off as true. Look at the situation from both sides. You can say Floyd is pricing himself up too high. But if truly, just ask yourself this, truly, if you're truly trying to say that Floyd, the only thing that's truly holding this fight up from happening is him agreeing to the blood test. That's it. That's truly the only thing. That means that Pacquiao is holding this fight up because Pacquiao is saying no. That's just like if me and a person were about to fight and we're inside the building, I say, bring your ass outside and I'm gonna whoop your ass. And I go outside or I stand by the door and you refuse to come out. But you say you want to fight me too, but you refuse to come out. The ball is in your court because I've already put it on the table that as soon as you come out this building, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Now, that's just how it is. I'm gonna whoop your ass. But you saying I want to fight you, but I don't want to fight you outside today. I want to fight you outside tomorrow at 7:30. Then to me that says that you don't want to fight me. That's just my take. But like I said, if you really want to make the fight happen, you'll make it happen. You'll come to some conclusion. Also, I want to touch on one more thing for my time run out. Xylocaine. It is not a PED. Stop it. All you dumbasses out there saying that it is. Stop it. Okay. How much time? Shit, I gotta hurry up. It's not a PED. Somebody said it allows you to punch through bricks. If it lets you punch through bricks, then Floyd should have 100% KO. If you've ever broken an arm and had a cast on, and you hit somebody soft, that shit hurts. So all it does is numb his hands. It does more damage to Floyd than it does the fighter, because the purpose of pain is to allow you to stop doing what you're doing. So if he feels no pain while he's punching, he can actually be doing damage to his hands that can't heal itself. You know, that's the whole purpose of when you punch a wall and you feel that pain, it's tell your brain is saying stop it. But you know, review, subscribe. If you don't leave a comment, we can toss it up. Get back at your boy.